It was a day carved into my soul. A day when the ground beneath me shattered. I remember the funeral like it was yesterday. The weight of my grief was already crushing. But the worst part wasn't just losing my brother. It was the betrayal that haunted every moment. Our family's closest friend, the one who had been there through everything, had not only hidden the truth about his death, but had bragged about covering it up. I saw him there, smiling, acting like he cared, while behind that facade, he was reveling in his lies. How could someone I trusted so deeply be capable of such deceit? I felt humiliated, broken, cast aside like a piece of trash. The community whispered, judged, told me I was a disgrace for daring to grieve, for daring to ask questions. They said I would never rise from this darkness. But inside me, something fierce awoke, an ember that refused to die. That day I made a vow. I would uncover the truth. I would expose him. I would prove that no amount of deceit could silence me. It wasn't easy. Every day I meticulously collected evidence, hidden messages, witness accounts, inconsistencies in his stories. I became a shadow, a quiet storm. It was painful, relentless work, but with every piece I uncovered, my resolve grew stronger. I refused to let his lies define my brother's memory or my future. And then the day came. I revealed everything to our community, how he had lied, how he had covered up a tragedy, how he had shamelessly attended the funeral while secretly mocking my pain. The shock was deafening. Faces I once trusted looked at him with disgust. The truth echoed through the streets, and I saw the weight of betrayal lift from my shoulders. In that moment, I realized that pain, if wielded correctly, could become power. I didn't just want justice. I wanted to transform my suffering into strength. I leaned into my growth, into my purpose. I built a new life, one of integrity, resilience, and unwavering truth. Success followed me, not because I sought it, but because I refused to stay beaten down by the treachery of others. Years later, I returned to my hometown, not as the broken girl who had once been humiliated, but as someone who had risen, fiercely and unshakably. I stood before those who doubted me, who once whispered that I'd fail, that I'd never amount to anything. I looked into their eyes and let my journey speak for itself. I shared the story, not as a tale of despair, but as a testament to resilience. The community saw me now more than just a survivor, a victor. My strength was undeniable. That betrayal, once a scar, had become my armor. I had turned darkness into a blazing light of purpose. My life was proof. No matter how deep the betrayal, how cruel the silence, I could rise. I could conquer. And as I faced them, I knew that my journey was complete. I had reclaimed my power, rewritten my story, and shown that true strength emerges from the ashes of betrayal. That was my revenge. Not in vengeance, but in victory. I am unstoppable.